This Town Hall 14 attack strategy is the easiest and can even 3-star a max Town Hall 15. Plus, this army is rather simple, so let's go ahead and give you a brief overview of the strategy. You'll start by using 2 dragons on either side to set the funnel, followed by using the rest of your dragons, dragon riders, balloons, apprentice warden, and your heroes, minus the royal champion of course, to move into the base. You also have the battle blimp sailing its way towards the town hall with an early Grand Warden ability to protect everything, including the blimp, before it leaves the warden's aura. When getting the super archer blimp to its spot, use the timing of 1 invisibility, wait 4 seconds, then use another invisibility spell. Then place in 2 clones, 1 rage, and time the rest of your invisibility spells every 4 seconds. This is going to get you the most out of it, and of course, getting a large chunk of the core out of the way. The king and queen should be able to clear a good chunk of the rest of the base, since they might still have their abilities since you used them at the very beginning. But what is also nice is you'll have the royal champion as well to start clearing out the defenses and the rest of the base with any leftover dragons to follow. It also has a very simple army composition that really doesn't require any super troops. The link to it will be in the description if you want the army. However, let's help you improve by using this live versus different bases and even versus a Town Hall 15 to increase your 3-star success. So let's start with objectively the most common type of design, the ring base. Now for this design, we're going to funnel one side with a dragon, do the same thing on the other side, probably go for one of these 2 buildings, and then what we're going to do is we're going to send in everything towards the core here. And it doesn't matter if some of them move over on the outside of the base, as long as we can kind of bomb out the core with a super archer blimp, that is really going to help. What this then allows us to do is use a back-end royal champion here in order to move around the base and clear out the rest of the defenses, allowing us to have very smooth sailing with the rest of our attack. Alrighty, so let's get started. So what we're going to do is let's drop in a dragon here. We're going to do the same thing over here on this side. So this should be enough to kind of create a funnel. So once we have that, let's send in our balloons, dragons, dragon riders, grand warden, king, queen, apprentice warden, and our battle blimp. While everything is working in, let's go ahead and use an early Grand Warden ability, and let's start getting ready with our invisibility spell. Let's drop in 1 there and use that. Let's wait 4 seconds, and now let's drop in 2 clones, a rage, and let's go ahead and start using the invisibility spells. This is looking good right now. Let's use another one. Town Hall should go down. Pop our king ability. We still have 1 more. I don't think we need to use it. So let's send in our royal champion over on the left. King ability was already used, but that's completely fine. We still have dragons moving in. Let's use our invisibility there. Just keep her alive for a little bit. Let's use our RC Seeking Shield. Clear out some more of these buildings. We just have a couple defenses, but we still have our heroes up. And we still have our royal champion up as well. So we're still looking quite good. Let's go and use our queen ability. And that should be enough to get us the 3-star. It's a very strong option, and I would definitely recommend that you're trying this out, especially if you're hitting these kinds of designs. So let's go ahead and see how to hit this against an anti-3-star base. Now we have a arguably harder base, which is an anti-3-star design. This one has a sweeper pointed in the direction that we want to enter. So we're going to use a free spell in this location while the blimp gets sent in. Other than this, we're going to set the funnel on 2 sides like we did in the previous one. This is going to allow us to send in our army into the base, and we can let it pretty much pan out, whether it's going to go on this direction or even this way. With the blimp, we want to land it within this compartment and clear the entire thing. So there could be something like giant bombs or even a tornado trap in this area, so we just want to be careful. Other than this, we're either sending in the royal champion either on the left or on the right. I'm thinking more up at the top so we can clear the scatter shot and the other defenses, which is going to make it much easier for us to 3-star. Alrighty, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and use 1 dragon on the Bob Hut, and we'll do the same thing over on the Dark Spell Factory. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and send in our dragons, balloons, dragon riders, Grand Warden with the King and Queen with the Apprentice Warden, and let's use the Battle Blimp. So while that's kind of diving in, let's go ahead and use an early Grand Warden ability, and we'll go ahead and use a freeze as well. That will prevent that from getting taken down so soon. And now let's use a invisibility there. Let's do another invisibility. 2 clones, kind of trying to skip. And we'll just keep timing these pretty much every 4 seconds. Let's see, let's use that King ability. Another invisibility. And we get that Town Hall down. That's what we want to get rid of. Come on, Super Archers. Oh, they're going to miss it. And reinforce with our Royal Champion. We had some kind of going in, so the Town Hall's still up, but I'm not extremely worried, especially when we still have our Queen up as well. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use... Actually, no, we don't need the Royal Champion Seeking Shield yet. Let's use it here and hopefully skip on those buildings and prevent us from going over to the... or through the Town Hall Poison too soon. And there we go. So even though we did miss the Town Hall, we still got some good damage on it to the point where the Royal Champion could actually finish it off. So that was a bit of a lucky break there. So even though we missed it, we still got it done. Now, like I said, you can use this against the Town Hall 15, but the army composition is going to be different, using all dragons instead of putting in dragon riders. This is a bit more consistent and far better instead of putting in dragon riders. In this base in particular, we're going to use a freeze once the blimp gets within range, so that way we can basically get into the core, or at least where the spell tower is. The double poison spell towers aren't an issue because this one can be lured quite early, and the other one won't be triggered by us using the Super Archer Blimp. So we're going to set the funnel on 2 sides, one side with the dragon, and on the other side on both spell factories, which will then allow us to send in the balloons, the dragons, our heroes, the Apprentice Warden, of course, and the blimp to work themselves through. And then either way, whether it's to the left or to the right, we're going to use the Royal Champion to provide support and easily clear through a base like this. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start off with the dragons. I think our dragons are going to get targeted by these air defenses, but that's fine. So one here, and once they clear those, let's spam in our balloons, spam in our dragons, Grand Warden, King, Queen, Apprentice Warden, and of course the Battle Blimp. Let's go and use an early Grand Warden ability. Freeze. I think we're going to miss one sweeper, but that's completely fine. So now, just before that goes away, let's use the Battle Blimp and the invisibility. Let's use another one. 2 clones. Rage. And let's use another one. Not looking too bad. Let's pop our Queen ability. Let's use our King ability as well. Not looking too bad. We should get the Town Hall takedown. Hopefully. Let's see. Go for the Town Hall, Super Archers. They're going to get the Poison Spell Tower. Come on. There we go. With all the heroes kind of working in, I'm going to just try to support them at this point. So we'll use the Royal Champion. You just want to be really flexible and adaptive with an army like this. So it's just really important. So we still have pretty much all of our heroes at full HP. This RC is going to find a bit of trouble trying to get through this area, especially since we have a king to deal with. Let's go and use our RC Seeking Shield. Doesn't look like... Oh, it looks like the Lassie tanked for her, which should be enough to get through the king. And we have a lot of dragons still up as well. Everything kind of fell on over to the left side of the base, which is fine. I'm completely fine with that because pretty much we still have all of our heroes. The Royal Champion's going to die out, but she really did her job. And realistically from here, we have a lot of power still left. So let's see what they can do. Queen is still moving strong. We have the dragons. We have the Apprentice Warden. I'm really not too worried about this because as long as they clear the scatter shot, the Queen can clear the rest, which exactly what we're going to do. So for instance, this is a very good army. So even though everything did fall onto one side and we didn't have a nice split going, I think pretty much you can just see that it is a pretty strong option that you can use to 3-star some Town Hall 15s. So this is a good example of it. You just want nice movement through the base on a box style design like this.